We will get started just shortly. Welcome to those of you watching us in the Spectator Gallery and joining us on live stream this afternoon. Joining me here, my name's Jackie Smith, is Robert Taylor. Welcome to our swimmers, our technical officials and team managers and all other coaches and volunteers that are assisting us in putting together the meet, not only this afternoon but over the whole of the weekend. So, just before we get started, I'll run through the health and safety, if we could just pay attention to this. So in the event of an emergency, the siren will sound and staff will direct you to the nearest exit. Ensure that fire exits are kept clear. Check where your nearest exits are. No glass items or outdoor footwear poolside. Swimmers, you're reminded that on leaving poolside, you should dry off and wear appropriate dry clothing and footwear. Please keep the stairways clear and do not sit on stairs. Very important that there are no mobile phones in the changing rooms, toilets or shower areas. Anyone wishing to take photographs or videos, the forms are available at the spectator entry desk outside in the reception area of the building, failing which they can be obtained at the meet information desk at the top of the stairs behind us. Videos cannot be posted on unsecure websites but may be posted on secure club websites. Swimmers are reminded that they should attend the marshalling area at least 10 to 15 minutes before the start of their heat this afternoon. Any reserves should also report to the marshalling area at the same time. Sorry, start that again. 10 to 15 minutes before the beginning of any event. And if there is an opportunity for you to swim, you will be given that. So, first and third. So I'll just add to the safety announcement, I beg your pardon. So I talked about photographs a moment ago and videos. Can you just be reminded that by attending this event, you accept that any photographs or videos you take will not be used for illicit purposes and that pictures and films produced will not be altered in any way or uploaded onto the web without the consent in writing of the persons photographed or filmed. Spectators who wish to take photographs are requested to focus on their own family member as much as reasonably possible and to avoid including other participants in the photographs, particularly if they are being shared with family, friends, or through any social media platform. Thank you. So I'll introduce our senior officials this afternoon. I'd like to thank all of our technical officials for supporting this session this afternoon, as indeed technical officials have over the weekend. So our senior officials are referees this afternoon, Arlene Tennant and Elizabeth Fitzsimmons. And our starters are Graham Crawford and Stuart Shaw. We will start just shortly with event 401, which is the mixed 15 and over 800 metre freestyle, and we have 4 heats of that event. There are a number of reserves listed, so those reserves, please ensure that you attend the marshalling area if you wish to have an opportunity to swim, if there is one, for this event. So we will get started just shortly, moving on from the 800 metre to a 200 metre backstroke for the boys and girls, then 100 metre freestyle, boys and girls, and we will finish off the afternoon with the 50 metre breaststroke for boys and girls. And the session is due to finish around 2 o'clock this afternoon.
So as Jackie says, we start with some distance freestyle, which is similar to what we had yesterday. We had 1500 and we also had 400 in the afternoon. So nice to give the swimmers an opportunity to do some distance work. And they'll be making their way over to the starting platforms very shortly. As Jackie says, please make sure you marshal in plenty of time, especially those reserves, so that the reserves can get slotted in if we have some empty lanes. It was nice yesterday, Jackie, to get finished nice and sharp and get home and see a wee bit of rugby, and I'm sure you all enjoyed yesterday afternoon's proceedings. Exciting game, and when we get back to see a little bit of the Italy-France game, if you want to watch that. But that's down to our officials to make sure we run this pretty well on time. They've been doing a great job over the weekend. I'm sure they'll come good as well this afternoon, Jackie.
Yep, it is always good to get home, and indeed at this time of the year to get home in daylight, Robert, as well.
Indeed, yeah. I can get my shopping done en route and keep my good lady sweet when I walk in the door.
Yep. I'm just looking to see what the results are going to be of that sunrise this morning, Robert. It was pretty stunning driving in here, but always worrying when it's that good of a morning. So let's hope we're all home before it brings anything horrendous.
Well, I had to scrape the car this morning. I was up pretty early to get in here. Didn't see the sunrise. So you obviously had a long ride, Jackie.
Well, not as long as I would have liked on a Sunday morning, Robert. So, event 401, the first event of the Sunday afternoon. We have, as I said earlier, 4 heats. This is the mixed 15 and over 800 metre freestyle. And in the pool, heat 1, lane 0, Emma Silcock, Falkirk. 1, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries. 2, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk. 3, Reese Edwards, Dumfries. I'll just go, hang on a second. So in lane 2, it is in fact Alex Black who is swimming. Alex Black from Bowness. Apologise, this is a bit messy. So I'll start again. Lane 0, Emma Silcock, Falkirk Otter. 1, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries. 2, Alex Black, Bowness. 3, Reese Edwards, Dumfries. 4, Louise Connell, City of Glasgow. 5, Safrina Machin, City of Glasgow. 6, Heidi Wren, City of Glasgow. 7, Heather Kellock, Dumfries. 8, Georgia Reid, City of Glasgow. And 9, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. So after the first 100 metres, it's the City of Glasgow swimmer, Louise Connell, who is at the front of the field, time of 1:09.00. Just behind her, Reese Edwards, 1:09.09. Long way to go, however. But it looks like Louise and Reese almost swimming alongside each other as they turned pretty much together there. But Alex Black is getting himself up alongside Reese Edwards. As the swimmers come down to complete 200 metres. Louise Connell, Reese Edwards and Alex Black are leading the field. In behind them, it's Heidi Wren from City of Glasgow and Safrina Machin turning just behind Heidi there.
I think this is an excellent opportunity for me to drop in comments about the open water, Jackie.
It wouldn't be a meet without you doing that, Robert.
Certainly wouldn't. We have confirmation that the West District open water again is at Loch Venica. So those of you who came along last year and those of you who are keen to give this a try, it's great fun, especially in the summer months. Saturday the 29th of July. So please stick that in your diary. We'd love as many people from our own district to come along. Also hopeful we'll get participants from other districts as well. Pencil in the 4th of June. That's a Sunday, the day after the West District AGM. That's the East District event over in Fife at Lochore Meadows. They also do a little bit of fun events, some I think it's 200s in open water on butterfly. I think you even do breaststroke and freestyle. You normally just do freestyle in the open water, but they mix things up. So stick that in your diary. It'd be great for us to go along there and support our friends and colleagues over in the east as they do when they come over to the west. So those are the 2 dates. The Midlands, we don't have a date. It's likely to be hopefully the middle weekend in June, around about the 17th, 18th. Scottish National Open is likely to be the 2nd or 3rd weekend in August. They're still trying to get a venue, so around about the 12th or 19th that weekend, those weekends. And provisionally the North District have in their calendar Saturday the 2nd of September. I think that's at Lochmorlich, which is just on the outskirts of Aviemore. That's still to be confirmed, but that is hopefully the date that they've got scheduled. So please have a wee look on Scottish Swimming's webpage on the open water section. Also check the West District webpage. Those dates are not yet updated. I will be getting these hopefully on the web in the next week or so. And we do actually have the odd swimmer in this event, Safina Machin, who has done some open water before.
Yeah, and she's swimming well here this afternoon. She's, I think, in about 5th position here, Robert. But it is Louise Connell who has took an early lead, and she's about a body length ahead of the boys, Reese Edwards and Alex Black. They were all alongside each other a couple of lengths ago, but she's we're halfway now, over halfway. 7 lengths to go, as you can see from the lap cards at the end of the pool there. And it's Louise Connell, Reese Edwards, Alex Black, Heidi Wren in behind them, and Safrina Machin in 5th.
So a lot of these swimmers maybe not thought about doing open water, but please give it a thought. It's a little bit different to swimming in the pool. It doesn't mean that if you're really good in the pool that you're going to be outstanding in open water, or you're not so good in the pool that you're not going to be outstanding in open water. It's a totally different discipline altogether, and it'd be great for you to try and give it a little try.
So it is Louise Connell, perhaps not unexpectedly, with her entry time, 9:57.10, the fastest entry time into this heat, who continues to lead the field, ahead of the 2 boys on the far side of her, Reese Edwards and Alex Black, the Bowness swimmer, who clearly got himself over to the marshalling area on time, so that as a reserve had the opportunity to swim this distance this afternoon. Heidi Wren in behind these 3, and Safrina Machin behind Heidi. So we're coming up to the 600 metre mark, and Louise Connell is firmly ahead of the field, 7:23.57. She'll be looking to improve on her 9:57.10 entry time, as indeed would the boys. Reese entered here at 10:06.90, and Alex Black 9:36.20. So on the basis of that entry time, you certainly would be expecting him to see him up where he is in this field this afternoon. So on the current pacing, we're looking about 9:50s as a finish time. So there is the chance for Louise to improve on her entry time. Indeed, the same for the two boys. But Louise is looking very comfortable there in the middle of the pool.
Always good, Jackie, when we run this as a mixed event for the girls to have a bit bragging rights. Always good for the girls' confidence to beat the boys. And let's hope that Louise can have a nice fast finish. Maybe even get under that 9:50.
Yeah, she hears the bell, as does Reese, as does Alex. She knows, Louise knows that she just keeps this pace going. She will certainly secure first place, where she has been for the majority of this race this afternoon. As Robert says, every chance that she'll beat her entry time around get into around 9:50.
Yeah, she's been pacing around 75 seconds, so she really just has to come back around about 72, which I'm sure she's capable of doing. We'll see the split, 36.52. Well, she can come back in a 36, then every chance she'll get pretty close to the 9:50, Jackie.
Well, here's hoping so. She just needs to keep that going, and now we need to watch behind her what's happening. Alex Black, Reese Edwards battling for that second position. I don't think they're going to catch Louise now. She's got this. So Reese Edwards just looks like he's got the advantage on Alex Black as they come into the closing stages, and Louise Connell finishes her race there, as we said, around 9:50.47, so an improvement on her entry time. Two boys, Reese Edwards 9:53.72 and Alex Black 9:54.45. That's your 1, 2 and 3. Heidi Wren finishes. Safrina Machin comes in to finish. Melissa Menny in behind her. Emma Silcock. Let's cheer on these guys at the end of this long race for them. Dumfries swimmer Georgia Reid. So I beg your pardon, Heather Kellock comes in. And in comes Georgia Reid, and that completes Heat 1.
So good to see 3 swimmers all under 10 minutes in that last one, Jackie. Everyone here has entered 9:36 through to 9:56. We have Emma Watson, Renfrew Baths in 0, Emma Craney, Cumbernauld in 1, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter 2, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries in 3, Dean Bargatti, Hamilton Baths in 4, Samuel Beetham, Bowness 5, Rory Calvert in 6 from Grangemouth, 7 is Victoria Niven from City of Glasgow, teammate Alia Cochrane, City of Glasgow, and Eva Gordon, Stirling Swim in 9. So just the 2 lads go in this one. In the middle lanes, they're the 2 fastest qualifiers. And also have in 6 with them, Rory Calvert. So Georgia Dickey in lane 3 is our fastest girl coming into this. And nice to see some of these swimmers having a go at an 800. Can't remember Dean Bargatti ever doing it. He's quite an accomplished swimmer in some of the shorter distances. So let's see how he goes, Jackie.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see, and he's got himself up there. think himself and Rory Calvert are just the two leaders of this field this afternoon so far, Robert. Good distance to go yet, but it's good to see the swimmers having a go at the 800 metre.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Robert, to, having taken the opportunity that's been given to them this afternoon, this meet.
Certainly we do have some Grangemouth swimmers who regularly take part in the open water. One of the swimmers in the pool in this event, Eva Gordon, was actually the West District junior champion. So she's a little bit further back in that outside lane. But she'll relish the second half of the race, I'm sure. And Georgia Dickey just wanting to prove that the girls are just as good as the boys at this. 2:20.31. All the way from Dumfries, and they also do a lot of entries into the open water. So just because your club is kind of associated with doing some open water, don't be scared of going to your coach and saying, look, I'd maybe like to give this a try, even if it's something you've never thought about before.
Yeah, and it was a good day last year, wasn't it, Robert? The sun came out. Lovely to see. In fact, I think we almost got as close as not actually needing wetsuits in the water last year, didn't we?
Yeah, it was something around 20 degrees. You could have the option of swimming with the wetsuit in the morning, but in the afternoon it was so warm that everyone had to swim in the usual swimming costume. Almost unheard of in Scotland.
So it's good to see Georgia and Dean keeping themselves in front of the field this afternoon. Georgia the first girl, Dean the first boy at the 300 metre mark. Georgia leading the field, 3:33.62. Dean 3:34.22 and Rory Calvert 3:37.04.
So they're off to a pretty steady pace, something around the 73 pace mark at the moment. Would hopefully they'll be able to maintain that, but it's great to see two swimmers virtually together. That's what you really need in these distance events. Often get a bit of cat and mouse throughout a good part of the race, and then you kind of feel that it's a sprint in the final 100 or so. Nice turn there for Georgia. She's just pulling away a little bit. That's the field still within striking distance. Alia Cochrane in lane 8 going well. Rory Calvert's still there, and between them Victoria Niven. So both these swimmers are swimming very much on their entry time. Halfway mark, 4:47.14. So we're pacing around 6.5 seconds faster than the previous heat. And this pace just a little bit over the 9:40 for Georgia, maybe 9:45 for Dean. They've just pulled a little bit away from Alia, Rory and Victoria, who won't really want this gap to increase any more. If they want to try and get involved in the finish, they need to try and pick it up a little bit. But they're pacing a little bit slower, maybe a minute and a half per 100 slower than Georgia and Dean. This is looking good for Georgia here, Jackie. She's
it is indeed, isn't it? I mean, she's really got herself established ahead of the field here, Robert, as she comes into the 500 metres. And she's going to turn 5:59.49. Some 4 seconds behind her is Dean Bargatti from Hamilton Bath. But he will have her in his sights, hoping that at the latter stages she perhaps begins to fade, but they are both picking up the pace here. Georgia's last 50, 36.12, Dean 37.36. So let's see what happens as we go into the latter stages of this race.
As you can see from the scoreboard, greens or reds, and you would see 36.41 for Georgia, a little bit slower that last 50 than the previous one, 36.12. Dean Bergatti, that 37.16, just a little bit faster than that previous one, but it's still actually, although it's a faster 50 than he did that last one, it's still slower than Georgia's pace. Hence the gap has just increased to over 4 seconds. We'll see what the split is here at 600. 7.12 exactly. So as you can see, Georgia 36.10. Really getting to work now. She's pacing a little bit inside 940. Georgia's entry time 9:36.50, Jackie. So if she can keep this strong finish going, she's going to be a few seconds inside that. Maybe 9:35 could be beyond. Pacing around 9:37 at the moment.
Well, she certainly looks like she's swimming very strongly. She knows exactly what she's doing. And as you say, that would be good to see her finish time coming in under her entry time. She's definitely moving away from Dean there, I think, Robert, isn't she?
Yeah, Dean's certainly somewhere in the sort of mid-40s or thereabouts, which is a very good swim for Dean. As I say, I don't recall him ever doing this. So the bell comes for Georgia.
Oh, sure.
8:24.84. Well, she's been pacing a little bit over 72. Can she come back on a 70 and get inside 9:35?
Well, certainly on her current form, Robert, I think she's going to do that. See Ayla Cochrane there. She's turned in third. They're all beginning to hear the bells now. They know that they're turning. Last 2 lengths to go in this long weight race for them this afternoon. But there's no doubt who's going to win here, Robert. I think no one's going to catch Georgia now, are they?
Well,
she's slowed a little bit there on that last 50.
It's a very steady pace that she's been going throughout. I would have hoped that she maybe would finish a little bit stronger than she actually is. But 800 metres is a fair whack to do.
It is indeed on a Sunday afternoon, Robert. Yeah. Yep. So
it's going to be inside her entry time of 9:39. Nevertheless, just a smidgen over the 9:35. 9:36.18. Dean Bergatti is going to get inside 9:45, which is great to see. And flying at the end, Rory Calvert. Well, Rory's left loads in the tank, finishing on a 31.47. I think the previous 50 was around about 34-ish. So, yeah, finishing like a train to take third place on 9:47.43. So just waiting for Ewan Watson. We missed him out, and Sammy Watham. So, in fact, 4 lads swimming in this, not just 3. And well done, girls. I think you get the bragging rights in that heat.
And we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96, 1, Finlay Watson, East Kilbride, 2, Stella McCarty, City of Glasgow, 3, Susie McNair, Stirling Swim, 4, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 5, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. 6, Keen Smith, City of Glasgow. 7, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 8, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. And 9, Coco Croxford, Stirling Swem. So let's see. After the first turn there, it was Keen Smith from City of Glasgow, the 18-year-old, who had the advantage of the field. But coming up alongside him, Gregor Skinner. Over in lane 0, Tom Jeffords. So swimming well. I think these 3 boys are in the 1, 2 and 3 at the moment, as Gregor Skinner is beginning to take the advantage here. And after the first 100, he's going to turn first, 104.84. Boys just a little bit slower than their first 50 there for the second 50. Time's around 68, 69 at the moment.
Well, after the first 50, 6 boys, 1 to 6, the 4 girls 7 to 10. I'm interested to see the 2 fastest girls in this one, Susie McNair and Stella McCarty, who at the moment are 8th and 7th, whether they'll come through the field to challenge the 2 fastest lads in the middle lanes. At the moment, Susie McNair, we would expect to finish the second half of the race pretty strongly. Only 9th at the moment, Jackie.
All right, yes. Well, she's got has a good distance to go, though, Robert. We'll see what she's got over the the remaining parts of the race. But as you said, yes, she needs to get herself up, and so that she can take advantage of her finishing speed. But it is Gregor Skinner who leads the field. In behind him, Keen Smith and Jamie Gilchrist. So 3 boys, 1, 2 and 3. So the pace is just under 70 seconds at the moment. So it's dropped a little bit. But we are only have completed just the first quarter of the race, of course. These swimmers will all have a race plan that they'll have discussed with their coaches. Looking to execute that this afternoon as Gregor Skinner turns first. Keen Smith and Jamie Gilchrist, both those 3 boys maintaining 1, 2 and 3 after 250 metres.
One more heat to come after this, Jackie. There is one further lady, a couple of ladies who are, one lady who's scheduled to take part, but she may not be swimming this afternoon. She didn't swim this morning. That's Amy Shields.
So that's going to be an all-male race then, Robert, for the final heat this afternoon, by the looks of it.
Could well be, Jackie.
So Gregor Skinner, Jamie Gilchrist, Keen Smith got themselves Finlay Watson in 4th, Tom Jeffords 5th. So the boys are leading the field at the moment. The girls coming in behind. Coco Croxford is the fastest female at the moment. In lane 9, closest to us, in 6th place. Susie McNair's moved herself up from 9th to 7th. And behind her, Stella McCarty.
Gregor Skinner at the moment just pacing a little bit over 70 seconds. Leader is pacing just a little bit inside 9:20, which is very much on his entry time. Times range from that 9:19 through to 9:36. Bonus boys still got about a body length advantage, Jackie, as we reach the halfway mark.
Yep, indeed they have. Jamie Gilchrist ahead of Keen Smith now. And that is, as you said, the halfway mark there. They've slowed a little bit in that last 50 metres, whereas the girls are beginning to pick up the pace now. Alongside Tom and Finlay. Stella and Susie both had a improved pace there in that last 50, Robert.
Yeah, you can see Susie McNair 35.14, Coco Croxford 35.91. So she might be the leading girl very shortly. Gregor Skinner's pace just dropped to around the 71, so he needs to try and pick it up because we're now pacing just over 9:20.
So Gregor still has the advantage in the field, but the East Kilbride swimmer, Jamie Gilchrist, on his shoulders there. And I think as we come up to the 500 metre mark, it might well be Jamie, but no, Gregor's responded there. And he does turn first, Jamie second, and Keane in third.
Again, another consistent 71. So we're just maybe a smidgen under that time of 9:20. And as Jackie's pointed out to me, Susie McNair, virtually the fastest swimmer now in the pool. She's still sixth, some 6.5 seconds behind, but look to see her charge in the later stages.
Yeah. Still got 250 metres to go, so Susie's just dropped off the pace a wee bit there in that last 50. She's stopped her own pacing, but she has got herself into 5th position now, so she is moving up through the field. Coco Croxford moves back to 6th, Tom Jeffords 7, Stella McCarty 8th. And let's have a look at what's happening in the pool. Said the last time I thought Jamie was going to overtake Gregor, but he has done so now. Jamie Gilchrist turning at 600 metres, 6:58.12. Gregor Skinner, 6:58.28. Can Gregor respond? Looks like he is.
And just has the field, Susie McNair now 4th. She's gone past Finlay Watson. She'll want to try and get past Keane Smith. It wouldn't surprise me if she does that in the next 50 odd metres or so.
Yeah, it looks like she's beginning to make that charge we were talking about earlier, Robert, as she moves her way up through the field. A turn there. Jamie Gilchrist, Gregor Skinner.
We're on a finish time, probably a little bit inside the 9:20 mark, maybe at the best 9:17. With a strong finish.
And you can see Susie making her move on Keane Smith as she's moving to get up alongside him. But it's the East Kilbride swimmer Jamie Gilchrist who I think is going to have the advantage as we come up to the turn. And he hears the bell. Right beside him, Gregor Skinner. Keane Smith in 3rd, but Susie McNair is closing the gap as she hears the bell in 4th place. Coco Crockford 5th. Finlay Watson 6th. And it's Gregor Skinner who's just got the advantage. Looks like Keane Smith might be beginning to pick up the pace there and move away from Susie, so she may not be able to catch him now, as we were talking about earlier. So Gregor Skinner, Jamie Gilchrist. This is going to be a battle up the final length as the boys both turn and head for home. Keane Smith in 3rd, Susie McNair 4th. Can she close that gap between herself and Keane Smith as Gregor Skinner and Jamie Gilchrist match each other? It looks like it's Gregor has the advantage as we come into the closing stages of their race this afternoon. It's going to be Gregor Skinner, Jamie Gilchrist, and I think Keane Smith may hold Susie. Looks like, yeah, he's going to hold Susie. Susie's going to finish in 4th behind Keane Smith, finishing 3rd. So just going to wait for the scoreboard once the race is finished to update me on times and finishing orders. Certainly looked to me like it was Gregor Skinner, Jamie Gilchrist and Keane Smith, Robert.
It certainly looked that way, Jackie. Susie McNair not in 5th place. She certainly looked to be 4th, the top girl in this one. So our officials will double check that.
There's the results confirmed. Gregor Skinner, Jake Ferguson second, Jamie Gilchrist third. So this is heat 4 of event 401, and we have an all-male heat for the final heat, a reserve going into lane 8. So lane 0, Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride. 1, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. 2, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. 3, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. 4, Michael Flynn, City of Glasgow. 5, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. 6, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. 7, Greg Fairburn, University of Stirling. 8, Titus Pike, University of Stirling. And 9, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swim. So it's the centre of the pool. Lane 4, Michael Flynn from City of Glasgow. Swimmer who has swam in your open water before and been the champion, I think, Robert, in years gone by. I remember Michael swimming 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, it's more than that, actually. It's when we were down, I think, at the Dumfriesshire a few years back. I may be wrong. I need to double check. It could have been Veneker about 3 years ago when he swam as a junior. But that was very much a one-off for Michael. He did a couple of open water events a few years back. The 20-year-old from City of Glasgow, showing his strengths in this long 800 metres. As at the early stages, coming up to the 200-metre mark, but he has a fairly solid lead ahead of Jack Simpson and Scott Fleming. Scott, I think, is in second place there. Nathan Campbell swimming well over in lane 1, turning there in 4th, just behind Jack Simpson in lane 3. So Thomas, Nathan and Robert picked up their paces a little bit in that last 50 there. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how the two Kilbride boys go. Scott and Jack. Scott's been that wee bit faster than Jack over the last few years. We certainly expect Scott to finish ahead of his colleague who's in lane 3. Nathan Campbell swimming well over there in lane 1 as well, Robert. He's getting himself up alongside Jack Simpson. In the middle of them, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow swimmer. We'll wait to see what he's going to do, how he's going to execute his race plan. At 300 metres, it's still Michael Flynn, Scott Fleming and Jack Simpson. In the middle of the pool there, these three boys, your 1, 2 and 3. Just pace-wise, Jackie, that last 100, 64 and a half. So see if Michael on the next 100 is a similar pace, 32.2, so double that, yes, 64 if he comes back 32 and a bit. We're talking somewhere around the 9:30 mark. 8:30 mark for a finish time. Probably a little bit inside that at the moment. Well, Michael's certainly looking very strong out there in the front at the moment. He has picked up his own pace as he comes into the halfway mark. Slowed just a little around 66 for him. He's turning there at 4:12.20. Scott Fleming, Jack Simpson.
Jack's beginning to pick up his pace a little bit to consolidate his third place here. Nathan Campbell also swimming well. Robert Burgess still in fifth.
Yes, good to have two or three swimmers beside you to try and help push you along. Same for swimmers in 6th and 7th, Kai Connolly and Greg Fairbairn. Michael Flynn well cleared Jackie now.
Yeah, he's doing this on his own at the moment, Robert, isn't he? Scott Fleming's got himself into a pretty secure second place at the moment. Whether in the remaining meters he can be caught by his fellow teammate. Nathan Campbell over there in lane 1 continuing to swim well.
The pace just dropped by about a second, that's 65.5. So we're pacing a little bit over the 8:30 mark now, Jackie. So I suppose a wee bit understandable, no one to push Michael on.
No, there isn't yet. Well. Yeah, as I said, he's Michael's out there on his own, isn't he? He's got to pace this right. He's got to execute his race plan himself. He doesn't have a swimmer alongside him to push him on. But he certainly seems to be strong out in the front there.
Almost 10 seconds clear of Scott Fleming. Scott probably pacing a little bit over that 8:40-ish mark. 8:40, mid 8:40s. So Michael at 600.
So Michael continues out there in the front, Scott Fleming in behind him. Well, a bit of open water between Scott Fleming and his teammate Jack Simpson now. Nathan Campbell from Stirling Swimming seeking to close the gap between him and Jack Simpson. As Scott Fleming turns there, 3 lengths to go in the second place. Michael executing his race plan really well here. Set out in the lead and has sustained that throughout. Looking very strong there. As he hears the bell. 2 lengths to go. 7:29.61. Just slowed a little bit there in that last 50. But perhaps hearing the bell means he'll know he's got 2 lengths to go now. And he'll begin to pick up that pace, wind it in so that he can get himself in within his entry time. That's what he'll be seeking to do. Yeah, it's looking around 8:33 at the moment. But he's had to do this all on his own. He's been out in the front for most of the race. Scott Fleming turning second there. Jack Simpson third. Nathan Campbell fourth. Good turn there by Nathan. He'll have Jack in his sights as Michael comes in to finish his race this afternoon in the time of 8:33.11. Scott Fleming in second, 8:45.99. I think Nathan's going to run out of water to be able to catch Jack Simpson, and it will be Jack Simpson third. Well, that's not the information I have in front of me shows actually Jack is 10th at the moment. That's clearly not correct. So we'll wait for the order. I'm sure it was Michael Flynn, Scott Fleming, Jack Simpson were your 1, 2 and 3. Although Nathan was really picking up the pace and closing that gap between himself and Jack in the closing stages there. As Thomas Traynor comes in to finish.
Yeah, as you can see, those of you who are with us at the venue, the board shows 800 metres for virtually all the swimmers who have completed, but Jack's showing us 500 metres. I think the problem has been that when the pad is touched at the bottom end, it might not be registering it correctly. We weren't getting those splits like the 36s or 37s for each length when Jack was coming down the bottom end. So potentially that's not registered.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the results to be confirmed before we move on to the next event of the afternoon, event 402, the boys 15 and over 200 metre backstroke. So the screen's still not updated with the official result for us from the last heat of the 800 metre freestyle. Doesn't appear that the times are being recorded at the moment for Jack in lane 3. Hopefully that will be resolved fairly quickly for us all, and we can move on to the next event. So the next event, as I said, is the 200 metre backstroke for the boys, and we have 5 heats this afternoon before it's the turn of the girls. And there we go. The results have been confirmed for that final heat. Michael Flynn, Scott Fleming, Jack Simpson, 1, 2 and 3. So event 402, this is heat 1 of 5, lane 0, Freddie Hughes, Bells Hill Shark, 1, Ruben Pearson, Motherwell Wishaw, 2, Alex Cumming, Bells Hill Shark, 3, James Stewart, Scotia, 4, Samuel Beethan, Bowness, empty lane 5, 6, Finlay Garici, Renfrew Baths, 7, Jack Trainer, Hamilton Baths, and 8, Aidan Thompson, City of Glasgow. So as I said, the boys are doing a 200 metre backstroke here. And after the first 50 metres, it's the Bowness swimmer, Samuel Beetham, ahead of James Stewart. And in turn, ahead of Ruben Pearson. Ruben Pearson, however, is swimming really well there over in lane 1, and he's got himself ahead of the field. He's going to come into the halfway mark in first, I think, although he is being challenged by Samuel Beethan. No, I called that wrongly there. It was Samuel got the turn first, followed by Ruben Pearson, and in third, Aidan Thompson in lane 8. So we're pretty spread out here for the first, second and third places. But it is the Bowness swimmer, Samuel Beethan, I think, who has the advantage over the field, with Ruben Pearson in second. Just watch here, see who turned, and it is Samuel Beethan who turned first. He's picked up the pace there over the last 50 metres. Ruben Pearson just dropping back on the pace a little bit in second place, and Aidan Thompson in third. So it's pretty clear first place is going to come from either Samuel Beethan or Ruben Pearson, as Ruben is picking up the pace in this final stages of his race. I think Samuel's just going to hold him off though. as Samuel responds, and indeed he does. He finishes first. Ruben second. Battle for third, but I think it's going to be the Hamilton Bath swimmer in lane 7, Jack Trainer, who finishes in third. So we have Samuel Beethan 2:36.31, Ruben Pearson 2:38.16, and Jack Trainer 2:42.60. As Freddie Hughes finishes his race this afternoon, I think that's your 1, 2, and 3, subject to confirmation. And there we go, Samuel Beetham, Ruben Pearson, Jack Trainer. And we move on to Heat 2. So the results of event 401, the women 15-year-old 800-metre freestyle in And we move on to Heat 2, Lane 0, Joe Carty, City of Glasgow. 1, Daniel Convery, North Ayrshire. 2, Aaron Dunn. 3, Robson Miles. 4, Alfie Churches. 5, Jude Mowbray, all City of Glasgow. 6, Keir Sampson, Scotia. 7, Caleb Geddes, Bells Hill Sharks. 8, Seamus Barbary, and 9, Finlay Watson, both East Kilbride. And it's lane 3, Robson Miles, who has the early lead here. He turned there 32.87. Not much call to call between lanes 1, 2 and 5 for second place, but I think it's lane 5. As Robson Miles turns there in a time of 1:09.88. And it was Keir Sampson in second, 1:13.31 at the halfway mark. Keir Sampson, the Scotia swimmer in the distinctive green cap there in the pool. Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride, swimming well, lane 8. Looks like it's got himself ahead of the Scotia swimmer, Keir Sampson. But it is Robson Miles, the 18-year-old from City of Glasgow, who continues to lead at the final turn there. Time of 1:48.08. Keir Sampson in second, 1:51.57. So he responded to Seamus Barbary, I beg your pardon. And Seamus is in third, 1:52.05. So we're coming up to the 20 metres to go of these boys' race this afternoon. And the City of Glasgow swimmer Robson Miles has a substantial lead here. He's not going to be caught, but there is a battle second, but it's going to be won by the East Kilbride swimmer, Seamus Barbary, who he touches in second, and Keir Sampson in third. I don't think the board at the moment is recording. Yep, there we go. It's recording Keir's time now. So there is a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction. But it is lane 3, Robson Miles. It was his race right from the beginning, and he kept that lead going, finishing there in a time of 2:27.14. Seamus Barbary, 2:29.05, and Keir Sampson, 2:30.83.
And our third heat has Cole Morrison in 0, Stirling Swim. 1, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 2, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire. 3, Luke Scott, Dumfries. 4 is Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 5, Harry Kirk, Ren 96, teammate Matthew Heasley in 6. 7, Fraser McIntosh, East Kilbride. 8, Magnus Morris, Ren 96. And in 9, Murray McGee from Kilmarnock. 222 to 229, the range of times in this one. Oh, very, very tight at the first turn. Barely a second cover the first 5 or 6. Fraser McIntosh, East Kilbride, came out the turn and just forging away from the field. On this side, over on the far side, Ewan Mitchell going well. So the two East Kilbride lads at the moment, 1 and 2, with Luke Scott from Dumfries in 3rd place. So at the halfway mark, Fraser turns somewhere probably around the 110, 111 mark. Ewan Mitchell 111.48. Luke Scott 112.04. There was no time for Fraser McIntosh, but he is the clear leader at the moment. Luke Scott trying to get on terms with Ewan Mitchell. Harry Keir trying to make a move along with Jamie Gilchrist. Fraser McIntosh has best part of a second advantage over his teammate in lane 1, Ewan Mitchell. Luke Scott a little bit further back in 3rd. Well, the two East Kilbride boys have it between them. Ewan Mitchell over on that far side might just be the stronger of the two. It's Ewan Mitchell. Luke Scott finishing well. Fraser McIntosh hanging on for maybe 2nd or 3rd. Ewan Mitchell is going to take this. Fraser will get 2nd and Luke in 3rd. That's how it finishes. 2:27.28. Ewan Mitchell. Fraser McIntosh 2:28.53. And Luke Scott 2:28.77. So East Kilbride 1-2 again in that one. And we move on to our 4th heat. And, all swimmers in our 4th heat taking part, no empty lanes. So on to the 4th heat, we have Robbie Carlisle in 0 from Hamilton Bass. 1, Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. His teammate Keane Smith goes in 2. Adam Scott from Ren 96 in 3. Louis Lawler, City of Glasgow, is in 4. 5, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. 6, Jack Docherty Simpson from Scotia. 7, David Landman, City of Glasgow. 8 is Thomas Ingalls from Western Bartonshire. And in 9, Logan van der Meulen from Stirling Swim. Well, Jack Simpson, Louis Lawler and Jack Docherty Simpson, 1, 2 and 3. At the moment they're a little bit ahead of Adam Scott, and in lane 9, Logan van der Meulen David Landman in 7, also in the mix. But East Kilbride swimmer has the advantage. So it's Simpsons, Jack Simpson, Jack Doherty Simpson, Louis Lawler. 1, 2, 3 at halfway. 105.75 over a second clear. So Jack Simpson with Jack Doherty Simpson putting in a challenge now. Louis Lawler still within striking distance in third. So coming down to the final 50. Not much between the two. Much better turn out there from the East Kilbride swimmer. Louis Lawler, can he find something special down the stretch? The moment the East Kilbride boy has got all the answers. He's pulling away from Jack Doherty Simpson and Louis Lawler. Logan van der Meulen still in the mix there for maybe even second place. Logan's finishing like a train, but Jack Simpson's going to take this. Logan van der Meulen from lane 9 will get second. Jack Doherty Simpson, I think, on the touch. Might have got third. Well, the scoreboards are all over the place there. Well, no doubt that, in my mind, that Jack Simpson, 2:16.17, took that one. Wait for officials just to clarify all that. Logan van der Meulen is showing his fourth, but I'm pretty certain that, well, that is the result on the board. Jack Simpson, David Landman, Louis Lawler.
Now we move on to the final heat of event 402. So empty lane 0, 1, James Bartley, 2, Mohammed Wali, 3, Tony Joe Trett Oliver, 4, Zach Speakman, 5, Sam Pease, 6, Angus Allison, all University of Stirling, 7, Greer van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, 8, Cameron Doran, City of Glasgow, and 9, Ethan Stewart, Hamilton Bath. So it's the centre of the pool, and Sam Pease, I beg your pardon, 27.39, Zach Speakman in second, and Tony Joe Trett Oliver in third at the turn there after the first 50 metres. Sam Pease moves away from the field, finishing so after that turn there, Tony Joe Trett Oliver leads the field alongside Zach Speakman. Angus Allison in third at the moment. At the final turn there, as the boys come out from under the turn, after their turn. And it's Tony Joe Trett Oliver just has the advantage, but he's being overtaken by Zach Speakman there in lane 4. And this is going to be Zach Speakman's race with Tony Joe Trett Oliver in second. And in third place, lane 6, Angus Allison. So you're 1, 2 and 3 for the University of Stirling boys there. Zach Speakman 206.53, Tony Joe Trett Oliver 208.23 and Angus Allison 211.63. As Sam Pease comes in to complete his race this afternoon. And we will move on to event 403, and it's the turn of the girls.
So on to the girls, 5 heats of this, 200 back. 1, Leighton Howitt, Cumbernauld. 1, Susanna Curran, Kilmarnock. 2, and Javi Pavri from City Glasgow. 3, Millie Convent, Dumfries. 4, Ciara Hart, Scotia. 5, Zara Dunn, City Glasgow. In 6, Hannah Miller from Kintyre. 7, Isla Mackenzie, Falkirk Otters. 8, Carrigan Bro, Ren 96. And 9, Mila McClusker from City Glasgow. Strong start from the Scotia swimmer Ciara Hart, 36.19. Times in this one are all in the 240s, 244 to 248. At the moment, big advantage that Ciara has. Going well is Amelia McClusker in lane 9. Over the far side, Leighton Howitt in 0. And in lane 5, Zara Dunn, who turns in second. 1:17.81 though for Ciara. 3.5 seconds clear at the halfway stage. The moment she has this race pretty well under control, unless someone can make a move. Zara Dunn, the only one probably closing or trying to close. And Jali Pavri in lane 2, going fairly well. Mila McClusker's still up there. But, we've only 50 to go. Ciara Hart still well clear. She's got the fastest entry time, 2:44.61. Pacing probably just a little bit inside that. Very close for second place. That's between Zara Dunn and Amelia McClusker. No doubt about the winner though. Ciara Hart takes that. Amelia McClusker will take second. Zara Dunn will take third. 2:43.34, just inside her entry time for Ciara. Amelia McClusker also inside her entry time, 2:46.13. And Zara Dunn, 2:46.65.
So we're moved on to heat 2. And that's in the pool now. So lane 0, Millie McDonald, Cumbernauld. Empty lane 1. 2, Isabel Kendall, Stirling Swim. 3, Hannah Anderson, Hamilton Bath. 4, Emma Silcock, Falkirk Otter. 5, Erin Coulter, Hamilton Bath. 6, Jocelyn Mackenzie, Milngavin Bearsden. 7, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 8, Rachel McGavin, Hamilton Bath. And 9, Emma Chambers, Cumbernauld. So it's Jocelyn Mackenzie, the 18-year-old from Milngavin Bearsden, turning there 36.26. Not a lot of water space, however, between her and Erin Coulter or Emma Silcock. And it's whether or not Jocelyn can hold on to the lead here as we come up to the halfway mark. It is Jocelyn just ahead of the Hamilton Bath swimmer, Erin Coulter. And then over there in lane 2, Isabel Kendall in 3rd. So Jocelyn Mackenzie, 1:17.69. Erin Coulter, 1:18.85. Isabel Kendall, 1:19.84. That's your 1, 2, and 3. Jocelyn looks like she's beginning to move now and is getting herself a sort of body length ahead. Watch lane 8. She's swimming well. But indeed, I think Jocelyn has now been overtaken by Emma Silcock, the 15-year-old from Falkirk Otter, as the girls come up to the final turn. And it is indeed Emma Silcock turning first. Second, Erin Coulter. Third, I think, Jocelyn Mackenzie. As Emma Silcock picks up the pace and moves herself away from the rest of the field, consolidating her place in the front. And I think it's all going to be about what's happening behind her, as Erin Coulter is challenged by Isabel Kendall. Jocelyn Mackenzie still up there. Rachel McGavin swimming well. Looks like she's got herself up into 2nd place here in lane 8. But it is Emma Silcock's race this afternoon. 2:39.72. Rachel McGavin, good second half there. 2:43.18. And Erin Coulter, 2:44.38. I think are your 1, 2, and 3. Just to wait for that to be confirmed. And there we go. Emma Silcock, Rachel McGavin, and her teammate Erin Coulter in 3rd.
So we now have the third of the 5 heats. Sophie Hardy at Stranraer 0. 1, Miriam McConnell, Inverclyde. 2, Leah Rafferty from Western Bartonshire. Her teammate Victoria Grabowska is in 3. Anna Techenko in 4 from City Glasgow. 5, Brooke Rogerson from Dumfries. 6, Emily Dickens, City Glasgow. 7, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. 8, Lucy Nimmo, City Glasgow. And 9, Isla Dobson from Kingston. Anna Chichenko, 36.42. Fairly similar split to what we've had in the last couple of heats. All these girls this time are in the mid 230s to high 230s. So Lucy Nimmo and Rebecca Somerville in 8 and 9, sorry, 8 and 7 rather. Well to the fore, along with Emily Dickens, Brooke Rogerson in 6 and 5, but it's still Anna with the advantage as we approach halfway. But it's a very small advantage. 5 girls tightly bunched in fat lane 8. Lucy Nimmo just with a touch by 100th, 1:18.33. All very tight here. Less than a second covered the first 5 swimmers. Coming through strongly now, Brooke Rogerson in 5. And Brooke maybe just half a metre clear now. So the free swimmer has had a good third 50. You'll see on the board 38.78. She's taken a chunk out of the rest of the field there. So coming down with just over 25 to go. No one has made a move on Brooke yet. She's still a good body length clear. And inside the final 10, it's all a question about who's going to get second. Brooke Rogerson, Anna Tkachenko might just be second. It's tight for third. That's certainly the 1-2. Third place, right lane 3, I think. Well, Emma Dickens, Victoria just didn't stretch the arm, get that third place. So Brooke Rogerson takes that, 2:38.07. Second place, Anna Tkachenko, 2:39.65 and 2:39.81, Emily Dickens.
So this is heat 4, lane 0, Alice Cumming, City of Glasgow. 1, Jenna Weir, Bills Hill Shark. 2, Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow. 3, Azuzia Smith, Grangemouth. 4, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Bath. 5, Freya Beaton, City of Glasgow. 6, Elizabeth Doubleday, University of Stirling. 7, Iona Henderson, Rutherglen. 8, Thea Glenn, City of Glasgow. And 9, Lucy MacLeod, Grangemouth. And it's lane 5, Freya Beaton, I think, turned first there. Time 35.38. Elizabeth Doubleday in close behind her, and Emma McGavin in third. So it's the centre of the pool at the moment that are leading the field. But lane 2, Rosie Liston, she has the advantage now, I think, as we come up to the halfway mark, although she is being challenged by Elizabeth Doubleday, the University of Stirling swimmer, and it's Elizabeth who's going to turn first here. Hamilton Bath swimmer Emma McGavin second, and Rosie Liston in third. So Elizabeth Doubleday, the oldest swimmer here, her entry time 2:32.39. In behind her, Freya Beaton and Emma McGavin look to me to be in second. With Emma McGavin just having the slight advantage there, I think, over Freya Beaton, as Elizabeth Doubleday turns and heads for home. 1:53.98 for Elizabeth at this stage. Emma McGavin certainly picked up her pace there. 1:55.37. Rosie Liston in third and Freya Beaton in fourth. So as the girls come down with 25 metres to go, it is still Elizabeth Doubleday. Emma McGavin in second, Rosie Liston in third. But Zuzia Smith seeking to get herself there in the mix. And I think she's just overtaken Rosie there in the closing stages as Elizabeth Doubleday finishes her race first. The Hamilton Bath swimmer Emma McGavin second and Zuzia Smith Grangemouth in third. Finish times there. 2:33.17 for Elizabeth Doubleday, 2:34.69 for Emma McGavin and 2:36.56 for Zuzia Smith. So the results of event 401, girls 15-year-old 800 metre freestyle. First place, Coco Croxford, Stirling Swim. Second, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. And third, Emma Silcock, Falkirk Otter. Girls 16-year-olds, Susie McNair, Stirling Swim first. Georgia Dickey, Dumfries second. And Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. 17 and over, Stella McCarty, City of Glasgow first. Ayla Cochrane, City of Glasgow second. And Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter third.
In lane 0, we have Safina Machin, City of Glasgow. Teammate Ella Stevenson in 1. 2, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. 3, Ellie Turner, University of Stirling. Empty lane in 4. 5, Heidi Wren, City of Glasgow. 6, Isabel Wood, Stirling Swim. 7, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk Otter. 8 is an empty lane. And 9, Kirsty Gilmore from Hamilton Bass. I'll be interested to see how Ellie Turner goes. New name maybe for a lot of people in the West, but the ex-Carnegie swimmer, now at University of Stirling, renowned backstroke specialist and winner at age groups as a youngster. So we'll see if she can maintain that ability. Heidi Wren off to a very strong start. Ellie Turner and Heidi are going to turn almost together. It's advantage with Ellie though, 1:10.11, 1:10.24. Isabel Wood from Stirling hanging in there in third place. And hanging in pretty well. She's on the shoulder of Heidi Wren, but Ellie Turner showing her qualities over backstroke. Always been an exceptionally good backstroke swimmer. Maybe not performing at the high level and high standard she's maybe expected over the last year or so. But, going pretty well on this one, as is Isabel Wood though. She's really motoring now. You see that 37.08, 38.19. Ellie Turner maybe coming up under a wee bit pressure here. Can she respond? Isabel Wood from Stirling, going really strongly down this final stretch. Little between the two. Ellie Turner over in 3. Isabel Wood in 6. Who's going to get this one? 20 to go. Ellie Turner, Isabel Wood. Isabel Wood, Ellie Turner. It's nip and tuck inside the final 15. Stirling swimmer, Isabel Wood is getting up there. Is she going to snatch this at the death? Oh, it's tight. Ellie Turner and Isabel Wood. Wow, 900. Ellie Turner really had to dig in deep. 2:25.60. Isabel Wood, 2:25.69. Zoe Crawford. Well done, Zoe. You got third place in a 2:28.70. Another good finish, girls, to conclude our 200 backstroke. We move on to 100 free for the boys. Few reserves go in this one.
So this is event 404, as Robert said, boys 100 metre freestyle, and this is heat 1 of 7. So lane 0, Blair McKean, Bells Hill Sharks. 1, Reuben Pearson, Motherwell Wishaw. 2, Finley Byrne, Falkirk Otter. 3, Craig Shaw, Lanark. 5, Alex Tinch, Stirling Swim. 6, Tristan Robin, City of Glasgow. 7, Jimmy Lynn, Scotia. 8, Ewan Green, East Kilbride. 9, Callum McLaughlin, City of Glasgow. And sorry, that was 8. And 9, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. So lane 0, Blair McKean, Bells Hill Shark swimmer. Swimming really well here. He's got himself out ahead of the field as we're coming into the halfway mark, as has Gregor Skinner, the lane 9. He's got himself into second. So Blair McKean first, 58.70 showing there. There's a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction. Lane 9, Gregor Skinner in second, and Callum McLaughlin in third. So all 3 boys were reserves this afternoon, but got into the pool, took their lanes, and got themselves into the first, second and third place there.
We wouldn't be commentating if we got it spot on all the time, Jackie. I do it regularly at the 200 metre mark, getting it wrong at 100. I'll keep me right if I announce to get halfway at 100, Jackie, please.
I will do.
In 0, we have Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 1, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 2, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. 3, David Landman, City Glasgow. 4, Teed Brigatti, Hamilton Bass. 5, Lewis Hewson, Stirling Swim. 6, Harry Kirk, Ren 96. 7, Gavin Roberts, City Glasgow. 8, Ian Watson, Renfrew Bass. And 9, Jude Mowbray, City Glasgow. David Landman, 28.37, just shades it from Rhys Edwards and Dean Bergatti. So down the final 25, David Landman still at the moment just shades the lead, but flying at the death. Harry Kirk maybe take it second. David Landman, Harry Kirk flying at the end. Harry Kirk's going to maybe just get that. He did indeed. 59.83. David Landman 59.88. Lewis Hewson 1:00:41. Cracking race, and well done to Harry, just snatching that at the very end, the end boy, and also getting under that magic minute as well.
And heat 3, lane 0, Callum MacArthur, Milngavin Bearsden. 1, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. 2, Rory Webster, Dumfries. 3, William Ellington, University of Stirling. 4, Keane Smith, City of Glasgow. 5, Rory Young, City of Glasgow. 5, Magnus Morris, Ren 96. 7, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 8, I beg your pardon, Rory Calvert, Grangemouth. And 9, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire. So at the halfway mark there, it was the University of Stirling swimmer, William Ellington. It turned first, Rory Young second, Magnus Morris third. But there is not much to call at the moment, and it looks like it is lane 5. Rory Young, who has the advantage in the field here. Yeah, indeed. Lane 3, you'll notice, is a butterfly, but it is freestyle, so the swimmers can choose the stroke that they choose to do. So it's Rory Young finishing first there, 57.30. Let's wait for the screen to clear. Magnus Morris, 57.67 in second, and Rory Webster, 58.33 in third.
As we say, it's a freestyle event. You can do anything as long as you dive in at the beginning. Heat 4, 0, Royce Cringella, City Glasgow. 1, Cameron Gill, Grangemouth. 2, John Mackay, University of Stirling. 3, Adam Scott, City of Glasgow. 4, Logan Van den Mullen, Stirling Swim. 5, Marcus Blake, City of Glasgow. 6, Benjamin Ferguson, University of Stirling. 7, Jack Docherty Simpson, Scotia. 8, Ewan McLeod, Lanark. And 9, Connor Stewart from Stirling Swim. Halfway mark, very tight. Ben Ferguson, Marcus Blake, Logan Van den Mullen. Coming through now, Marcus Blake perhaps to take it up. Logan Van den Mullen now looks pretty strong as well in lane 4. It's a Stirling lad. Logan Van den Mullen hits the front and pulling away. All about second place. Logan Van den Mullen. Marcus Blake perhaps second. Logan has got this. Lanes 4 and 5 and 6, I think just. Now Jack Docherty Simpson in 7 snatches third. Was Logan in lane 4, 56.70, 57.81 for Marcus Blake in lane 5. Jack Docherty Simpson comes in third place in 57.86, a hundredth ahead of Ben Ferguson.
So we move on to Heat 5, Lane 0, Adam Scott, Ren 96. 1, Oliver Carter, University of Stirling. 2, Finlay Sang, City of Glasgow. 3, Finlay Cunningham, Ren 96. 4, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow, alongside his teammate Robert Burgess in Lane 5. Lane 6, Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire. Adam Curry, North Ayrshire, Lane 7. 8, Cameron Doran, City of Glasgow. And 9, Alex Black, Bowness. And after the first 50 metres, it's the City of Glasgow swimmer Max Pelosi leading the field, 26.72. Robert Burgess, his teammate, just behind him, 27.34. And the boys coming to the last 15 metres. It is Max Pelosi who's going to take this, with a battle going on for second place. May well be lane 0. Sorry, I beg your pardon, lane 1, I thought maybe there, that took second place. But no, it's Max Pelosi in first, Robert Burgess second, and Adam Curry third. Max's time 56.01, Robert 56.79, and Adam Curry 57.08. That's your 1, 2, and 3.
The 800 freestyle for the 15-year-olds. First, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. Second, Tom Jeffers, Glen 96. Third, Dean Bargatti, Hamilton, Baths. Heat 6, 0, Jake Combs, City Glasgow. 1, Cameron Creaney, University of Stirling. 2, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. 3, teammate Greer Van den Mullen, empty lane in 4. 5, Jack Munsey, University of Stirling. Teammate Adam Ritchie, 6. Scott Fleming, East Kilbride is 7. And 8 and 9 are empty lanes. Jack Munsey in 5, 25.78, just ahead of Greer Van den Mullen and Adam Ritchie. Out the turn, so as you were, Jack Munsey on his strongest event, freestyle, going pretty well now. Good body length clear. Nathan Campbell, Greer van der Molen having a contest to see who's going to be the best Stirling swimmer home. Jack Munsey takes that. Very tight for second between the two Stirling boys. I think Greer may have just snatched that from Nathan. He did. 53.01, 55.11, 55.23. 16-year-old 100, 800 free, 123. Kai Connolly, City Glasgow. Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride. Finlay Watson from East Kilbride. 17 over. Michael Flynn, Scott Fleming, Jack Simpson are 123.
And the final heat of this event, lane 0, Louis Lower, City of Glasgow. 1, Michael Flynn, City of Glasgow, empty lane 2. 3, Charlie Poole. 4, Henry Baker, both University of Stirling, empty lane 5. 6, Rory McKinnon, City of Glasgow, empty lane 7. 8, Pierce Greening, University of Stirling, and empty lane 9. So at the turn there, it's the City of Glasgow swimmer, Rory McKinnon, 24.83. Henry Baker, University of Stirling, 25.49. This is a bit of a battle in the pool between the University of Stirling and City of Glasgow, as you'll note from when I read out the swimmers there. But it looks like it's Henry Baker who just has the advantage. But Rory McKinnon's coming back, but beg your pardon, Charlie Poole, I apologise there. It's in first place. 52.28, Rory McKinnon 52.60, and Henry Baker 53.04. That's your 1, 2, and 3.
Event 402 results for the 15-year-olds that we have are Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire, Caleb Geddes, Bellshill Sharks, Jude Mowbray, City Glasgow. In the 16-year-old category, first was David Landman, City Glasgow, Logan van der Molen second, Stirling Swim, Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia third, and a 17 plus, all University of Stirling, Zach Speakman, Tony Joe, Trent Oliver, and Angus Allison. We have the girls' 200 backstroke that we can give you very shortly. Referee. Our first of 7 heats for the girls. 0, Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire. 1, Rebecca Strachan, City Glasgow. 2, Millie Barton, Bellshill Sharks. 3, Sophie Hardy, Stranraer Stingrays. 4, Katie Towers, Lanark. 5, Megan McDonald, Stirling Swim. 6, Abby Kay, University of Stirling. 7 is Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 8, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Bass. And 9, Ron McDonald from Kilmarnock. Halfway mark, Katie Towers, 32.06 from Hannah Lindsay and Megan McDonald out the turn. Still advantage with the Lanark lass. She's gone a little bit clear, but Hannah Lindsay, the Hamilton swimmer, trying to stick with her. Not much between the two. It's still Katie Towers in the lead. I think she's going to take this one. It's pretty tight for second place. Hannah Lindsay probably second, and third place, lane 1 and 8. Yeah, it's Katie Towers who takes that. Hannah Lindsay did get second, 107.22. Rebecca Strachan, 107.39 in third from lane number 1. The girls' backstroke, 1, 2, 3 in that one. Melissa Meny, Freya Beaton, Alice Cumming in the 15s and the 16s, Zoe Crawford, Heidi Wren, Safina Machin, and 17 plus, Ellie Turner, Isabel Wood, and Ella Stevenson.
And heat 2, lane 0, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otto. 1, Sky Buchanan, City of Glasgow, teammate Thea Glenn goes in lane 3. 3, Gibb, Dumfries. 4, Iona Henderson, Rutherglen. 5, Cara Gumbel, Ren 96. 6, Erin Coulter, Hamilton Bath. 7, Anna McCulloch, Kilmarnock. 8, Ayla Cochrane, City of Glasgow. And 9, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. Doesn't look like there's much between the girls. Ayla Cochrane swimming well there. She, as indeed is Sky Buchanan over in lane 1. So Sky Buchanan turned first there. Lexine McCappin split the 2 City of Glasgow girls there, for turning in second, with Ayla Cochrane, as I said, in third. Good turn there by Lexine. She looks like she has the advantage as they come into the closing 20 metres of their race. Sky Buchanan alongside her in second, with a battle going on for third, but I think that will be lane 8. I think it will be 0-1-8 will be your finishing order here. Ayla Cochrane in lane 8. So Lexine McCappin 105.19, Sky Buchanan 105.65, and Ayla Cochrane 105.76. A good race there, girls. Not much to split you, but that's your finishing order 1, 2 and 3.
So on to our third heat. 0, Eva Kirkham, Grangemouth. 1, Victoria Niven, City Glasgow. 2, Ella Dobson, Kingston. 3, Zucia Smith, Grangemouth. 4, Isabel Kent, Stirling Swim. 5, Sophie Allison, Western Bartonshire, teammate Victoria Groiska. And 6, 7, Evie Judge Kintyre. 8, Olivia Payton, University of Stirling. And 9, Kaylin Chan, North Ayrshire. Sophie Allison, 31.32. Kaylin Chan in lane 9, sticking with her at the moment. Not much happening over that far side. Other than lane 3, Zucia Smith trying to get into the mix here. But at the moment, it's the West East swimmer, Sophie Allison, still trying to hang on there. Kaylin Chan coming through, storming at the end. It's very close, Sophie and Kaylin. Very tight. Sophie, lane 3 and lane 2 rather, with a late charge. Isla Dobson not quite getting second. Was Kaylin Chan, who just held on for that second place. Sophie Allison 105.27, Kaylin Chan 105.76 and 105.78. Isla Dobson. Another good race, ladies.
So this is heat 4, lane 0, I beg your pardon, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. 1, Alice Cumming, City of Glasgow. 2, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. 3, Millie Colvin, Dumfries. 4, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. 5, Emma Leggett, Hamilton Bath. 6, Brooke Rogerson, Dumfries. 7, Emma Miller, Kintyre, empty lane 8. And 9, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. And it's Emma Leggett who takes the early lead there, and a 30.19 at the turn. Caris Mooney in behind her, 30.79. And Emma Miller, 31.21 in third. But after the turn, it's the Hamilton Bath swimmer, Emma Leggett, who has the lead still. Over in lane 0, Georgia Dickey swimming well. Don't know that she's going to catch, but I think this is going to be the Hamilton Bath swimmer. Indeed it is, followed by City of Glasgow, Caris Mooney. And I think Georgia Dickey over in lane 0 got third. So just checking the scoreboard there. Emma Leggett, 103.49. Karis Mooney 104.38 and Georgia Dickey 104.92 are your 1, 2 and 3.
$58.0 Addison Cole, Hamilton Bass. 1. Ellie Louise Kennedy, City Glasgow. 2. Emma McGavin, Hamilton Bass. 3. Emily Dickens, City Glasgow. 4. Louise Connell, City Glasgow. 5. Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Bass. 6. Caitlin Fame, Grangemouth. 7. Amy McLeod, City Glasgow teammate. In 8. Rosie Liston. And 9. Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld. Louise Connell perhaps in 4. Just leads 30-21 by about half a second over Hamilton's Kirsty Gilmore. Ellie Kennedy in lane 1 going well. Also in the mix perhaps is lane 3. Emily Dickens going to tighten up a little bit here. Caitlin Frame in 6 trying to come through as well. At the moment it's still Louise Connell in 4 with the advantage over in 1. Finishing strongly Ellie Kennedy. Louise and Ellie, that's going to be the 1-2. Very close for third. Lane 6 perhaps. Was lane 6. So winner was Louise Connell. 102.99. Ellie Kennedy in 1. 103.19. And Caitlin Frame was third in 104.08. The Green swimmer.
And heat 6, lane 0, Megan Adamson, University of Stirling. 1, Millie MacArthur, Lanark. 2, Kira Davidson, City of Glasgow. Teammate Freya Beaton in lane 3 and their teammate Ella Stevenson in 4. Scarlett Ferris, University of Stirling, lane 5 alongside her teammate Alana McDonald. Then lane 7, Anna Trichenko. 8, Stella McCarty. 9, Safrina Machin, all City of Glasgow. And it's the centre of the pool, Scarlett Ferris, the University of Stirling swimmer. As Robert said, used to swim at Dundee City before her move to the University of Stirling. So it's nice to see her in the pool, swimming in the West Districts. And she continues to lead this field. Alongside her, Ella Stevenson from City of Glasgow, and lane 0, Megan Adamson also swimming well, but I think this is going to be Scarlett's race, followed by Ella Stevenson. Megan Adamson will be your 1, 2 and 3. Scarlett Ferris 1:00.77, Ella Stevenson 1:01.46, and Megan Adamson 1:02.71.
Final heat, 0, Heidi Wren, City Glasgow. 1, Isabel Wood, Stirling Swim. 2, Paige van der Westhuizen. 3, Florence Tinsley, both University of Stirling. 4, Drew Mackenzie. 5, Madeline Robertson, University of Stirling. Sashka Wade, City Glasgow. 7, Susan McNair. 8 is an empty lane. And 9, Rebecca Schumann, University of Stirling. Is actually Elizabeth Doubleday, who is in lane 5. Well, Drew Mackenzie's been swimming pretty well today. No real surprise to see her to the fore in this one. Second is going to be Florence Tinsley. And third, looks like Paige van der Westhuizen. That's the finish order. Drew, Florence and Paige. 57.46, 59.38 and 1:00:43 for Paige. Is this an amended 402? Well, we now have an amended 402. I think in the certainly the 402 16-year-old boys. We'll read this out to you. The 15-year-olds: Fraser Cowie, Carla Geddes, Jude Mowbray. That is our 1, 2, 3 as was. David Landman could return back to the desk. He has a gold medal. That needs to be returned, please, David. Logan and Jack Docker-Simpson, could you make your way back to the medals desk with your silvers and bronzes? The gold medalist in the 60-year-olds is now Logan van der Mullen. Second is Jack Docherty-Simpson. And Adam Scott, you've now got a bronze. No change for the 17-year-olds as was. So just if we can get that changed, thank you.
It is. So this is event 406, the boys 15 and over, 50-metre breaststroke. We have 7 heats this afternoon. Empty lane 0, 1, Josh Gallagher. Empty lane 2, Andrew Brackenridge, Cameron Gill, Aidan Thompson, Jimmy Lynn, Lucas Craw, and empty lane 8. So as the boys come up to the finish, Jimmy Lynn, the distinctive cat from Scotia, swimming well. I think this is going to be his race. Pretty tight there, but yep, he won that. 36.40. Andrew Brackenridge, 36.93. And Cameron Gill, 37.43. Are you 1, 2, and 3? Heat 2, lane 0, Ross McGee. Empty lane 1, 2, Titus Pike, Callum McLaughlin, Aidan Nixon, Ben Grant, Gregor Skinner, Callum Ferguson. Empty lane 8, and Kia Sampson.
Nice good start from Titus in lane number 2. The Stirling Unit lad. At the moment, he just has a slight advantage. Aidan Nixon low, finishing like a train. The Bellsill lad. He's very tight down the stretch. Ben Grant also well there. Titus, Ben and Aidan. I think that's the 1, 2, 3. And it is indeed 35.32 for Titus, 35.40 for Ben Grant, and Aidan Nixon 35.48. Heat 3, 0 to 4, Tyler Stewart, John Thompson, Luke Scott, David Landman, Murray McGee. Empty lane 4, 6 to 9, Glavia Singh, Blair McKean, Ian Henderson, John Mackay.
And some good underwater work there from lane 9. The University of Stirling swimmer looks like he did have the advantage, but in the centre of the pool now, Glavia Singh from Scotia, I think is leading the field. It's all pretty tight as the boys head towards the finish of their race, but I think it is Glavia that's going to finish first. In second, Ian Henderson. Oh no, Glavia was just touched out by Ian Henderson there. Ian Henderson touching first, 34.84. Glavia Singh, 34.85, and Murray McGee in third. His time there, 35.09. That's your 1, 2, and 3. So heat 4, empty lane 0, 1, Jack Doherty-Simpson, empty lane 2, Kai Connolly, Benjamin Jones, Craig Shaw, Rory Webster, Cameron Shaw, Findlay Cunningham, and Alex Cumming.
So all action seems to be in the middle this time. Benjamin Jones in 4, forging ahead. Kai Connolly in 3, trying to stick there. Craig Shaw maybe in second place, but Ben Jones has the advantage. Craig Shaw finishing like a train. Ben, Craig, and in lane 6, Rory Webster just gets ahead of Kai Connolly to take the minor place. Benjamin Jones, 32.96, 33.07 for Craig Shaw, and 33.98, Rory Webster. Just wait for our officials to confirm that. That's the way it appeared to pan out. So that's now there as we move on to Heat 5. Zero to 8, Fraser McIntosh, Guy Pelosi, Kyle Wong, Luke Garrity, Robbie Carlisle, Matt Watchorn, Finley Sang, Thomas Trainer, Callum MacArthur, empty lane in 9.
So not a lot to call between the boys as they reach the halfway there. Looks like Callum MacArthur, Milnguy and Bears Den swimming well. The Hamilton Bath swimmer, Robbie Carlisle, I think, has got the lead here. It's coming into the closing stages. It is Robbie Carlisle in first. Finley Sang at second. And third place goes to Callum MacArthur in lane 8. Finishing times there for the boys. Robbie Carlisle, 32.59. Finley Sang, 32.84. And Callum MacArthur, 33.68. And Heat 6, Lane 0, Gavin Roberts, Logan Ward, Logan van der Meulen, Rogers Kingrelis, Robson Miles, Adam Scott, Max Pelosi, empty Lane 7, Cameron Creaney and Marcus Blake.
Robson Miles in 4, Royce Kingrelis in 3, Logan Ward in 1, all got off to good starts and they're very prominent. It's Robson Miles in 4, maybe Logan Ward just ahead of Royce. Coming to the final few metres, Robson going to take this. Royce in second, close for third, I think over in lane 3. Sorry, in lane 1. Logan Ward just touched out for that third place by Cameron Creaney. Robson Miles, 30.86, 31.89 for Royce. And third place, 32.44, Cameron Creaney. As we move back up to the other end of the pool for our final heat. So that result now confirmed, and we move on to the last heat for the guys this afternoon. Good luck, fellas. Harper Whitehead, Donald Bazette, William Kingston, Yusuf Batoot in 0 to 3, MT4, 5, 6, 7, Sam Pearce, Raphael Dobson, Alex Maya, MT8 and Sam van der Stroom.
So the boys all got off to a good start there. So they're coming into the closing 15 metres here, or definitely a battle, but I think it's the University of Stirling swimmer, Alex Mayer, who got that one, and indeed he did, 28.72. Raf Dobson, his teammate, 28.84, and Sam Pease, 29.55. So you're 1, 2 and 3 there, all University of Stirling. And that completes the racing for the boys this afternoon, as we move on to event 407, the final event of the afternoon, and it's the turn of the girls, 15 and over, in the 50-metre breaststroke. We have 7 heats in this.
On to the girls' breaststroke.
Heat 1, lane 3, Amelia Pregirl, Amy Weir, lane 4, 5, Victoria Lewenska.
Thank you, Jackie. Two Bells Hill girls against the one from Grangemouth in this one. Today, as far as we are with results so far.
We don't have a lane 4 in the next heat. It's not recording a time now. So the scoreboard at the moment is showing the finishing order: Ada East, Lois Erdman, Erin Ferris, but no time there for Ada East.
Cracking time to swim a 50 and do it in no time at all.
No time at all, I know, well done, but I'm sure those results will be corrected with the time inserted. I must admit, I did think it was Lois Herdman, Ada East, Erin Ferris was your 1, 2 and 3, but we need to go with the official result.
Girls, just relax for a moment. Just wait for our officials to confirm whether they're happy with that or not. So you've got a big challenge. You've got to beat 0.00 to get anywhere. And maybe just be checking maybe backup times, manual times just before we get underway. As Jackie called it, looked like Lewis won that one, Jackie.
Well, I certainly believe that she did, so let's see. The scoreboard's moved on to the second heat, so as soon as we get the official results, we will announce them for that first heat of event 407.
Yeah, it appears that Ada was second in that last one. They confirm that time.
So, heat 3, lane 0, Caitlin Frame, Charlotte Glover, empty lane 2, Erin Faulkner, empty lane 4, Anna Dixon, Innes Scott, Emily Shong, Ava Brackenridge and Sophia McGinley.
Strong start, Caitlin Frame over in lane 0, also in lane 4, in lane 5 rather, Anna Dixon. Might just be the far side, Caitlin Frame, it's very tight. Also Erin Faulkner coming through very strongly at the death. Lane 5, Anna Dixon has this one. Also well there, Ava Brackenridge in 8. That's the 1-2. Third place, perhaps lane 3. It was Erin who got third place. Anna Dixon, 38.82. Ava Brackenridge, 39.79. And Erin Faulkner, 40.22. That's the first three home, and that's they're confirmed. Heat 4, 0 to 9. Sky Buchanan, Hannah Lindsay, Zusia Smith, Heather Stewart, Lexine McCappin, Kira Hart, Iona Henderson, Rebecca Strachan, Lucy McLeod and Katie Watson.
And there really isn't much between the girls at the moment. Possibly lane 8, Lucy McLeod. Also swimming well, the Kira Hart from Scotia in the centre of the pool. Lane 5, Lexine McCappin beside her. Seen her swim well today. Iona Henderson, Rutherglen swimming well. But I think it is the Scotia swimmer Kira Hart who's going to take this, and she does in a time of 38.09. Lexine McCappin, 38.74. And third is Heather Stewart, 39.43. Really wasn't a lot to between 1 to 4 there. All under 40 seconds. There we go. That's that result confirmed. Kira Hart, Lexine McCappin, Heather Stewart.
Full house again. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Heat 5, lane 0, Millie Colvin, Mirren Gibb, Victoria Weir, Caris Mooney, Emma Silcock, Cassie Wiper, Millie Barton, Kaylin Chan, Emma Chambers and Victoria Grabowska.
Nice start for Caris Mooney in lane 3. She certainly seems to have a slight advantage coming through. Emma Silcock, Volker Otter swimmer to challenge. Those two may well have the race between them at the moment. Inside the final 10 metres. Caris and Emma, that might be the 1-2. Also finishing strongly, Cassie Wiper. Caris has got this on the touch. Might be lane 5. Was Cassie Wiper who just got the touch ahead of Emma Silcock. Cassie Wiper, 37.17, 38.49. Cassie Wiper and 38.76. Emma Silcock. Disqualification, lane 8. for a technical infraction. Heat 6, 0 to 2, Eva Kirkham, Alice Cumming, Evie Judge. Empty lane 3, 4 to 9, Alana Wilson, Drew McKenzie, Katie Towers, Ailey MacArthur, Brooke Rogerson and Amelia McClusker.
And a good start there by Amelia McCusker in lane 9. I think she has got the advantage at the moment over the rest of the field, but she's certainly been hunted down there. If we look at Drew McKenzie over in lane 5. I think this is going to be Drew. She's just got the advantage at the moment ahead of Alana Wilson. And it is Drew McKenzie first, Alana Wilson second, and third goes to Katie Towers from Lanark. So Drew McKenzie's time there, 35.82. Alana Wilson, 35.93, and Katie Towers, 36.99. As we come to the final heat of and the final heat of this afternoon's programme. Lane 0, Lucy Nimmo. 1, Rebecca Cole, Amy McLeod, Catriona Stewart, Kira Davidson. Empty lane 5, Saskia Wade, Leah Bullock, Ellie Louise Kennedy and Abigail Thompson.
Well, breaststroke specialist Kira Davidson has her work cut out because Catriona Stewart got off to a cracking start there. But here comes Kira Davidson, the challenge. Not much between the two, but Kira Davidson just going to get up at the death. Kira Davison, I think, is going to take this. Catriona Stewart second, Amy McLeod third. 33.93, Kira. Catriona, 34.57. Amy McLeod, 35.06. That, just wait for that to appear on our board. That now confirmed. And that completes round 1 of West District's long course today at Tollcross International Swimming Centre. Thank you for everyone joining us on the live stream. So from Jackie Smith and myself, Robert Taylor, we're back here in 2 weeks' time. Probably, I think it'll be an 8:45 start again, but please just check the day before when we're back on. So thanks for joining us on the live stream. We'll see you in a fortnight's time.